born in it. And you know what they say about opinions, right?
I don't give a damn. They like,
don't you even start your stuff.
Girl, come on. I don't give a damn. I'm ready.
You always ready. You stay ready because you ain't got to get ready.
You already know. Because it's about what? See, she's on.
We're recording.
I think it's kind of cute. I know that's some spooky shit you would say. But I know it was freaky at first, but it's actually kind of cute.
Definitely spooky.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's going on?
How you doing?
How you doing? Every time we pick these cups up, you always go to sit before you do the cheers. You was a backward toe. Ooh, you was a... Yeah. Girl. Ooh, you eating it.
Thank you for my drink.
I make them good, don't I?
Yeah.
See, I used to be scared of my shit. They used to say I make death drinks and shit. No, I don't know that I do not.
You do and you do.
But you like them now, though.
I don't worry.
10 years ago, you was complaining.
It's hitting me with the heat.
Hit him with the heat.
Hit him with the high.
Speaking of he's and highs, y'all was heating and high over this Halloween weekend, y'all.
Yes,
right now.
Okay. Halloween was lit.
Y'all was hitting and hawing.
Halloween was definitely lit.
I seen quite a few interesting costumes.
Yes. Myself.
What was some of the favorites that you saw that you really
So for me, directly off the top of the dome, I had to say Karuchi killed.
Not directly off the top of the dome. It was the ghetto-ness for me.
Listen, Karuchi murdered that. Like, I really feel she delivered.
What you say she was?
She was a bottle of Clase Azul.
Yeah, I don't drink that, so I don't know what the name was, but I knew she was a bottle of liquor.
Yes. She killed that. I like that. I like that outfit.
She was really cute. Whoever, I wonder how long it took to get that costume, like, into action.
Listen, I feel like maybe her face was like makeup, but I feel like they had like her in some sort of one piece with a boot. She had it custom made, of course.
Yeah, but I'm like,
and
yeah,
also
that was
corset. The corset was
she
did it up. She did it up, honey. So I really enjoyed that costume. And also the one that was funny as hell to me off the top of my dome was the John Legend and his family.
Yo,
even the damn kids.
A lot of people was, it was
Adam's family.
Few Adam's family. Woody and or Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. There was a lot of commonalities.
I saw a lot of families.
And I was like, what was it with that? Why was everybody Woody? Or what was the cowgirl name from Toy Story?
I forgot her name. Was it Susie? No, I'm lying. No, it's not Susie.
It was something that ended with an E though, like Susie, I
can't remember her name.
But yeah. That was big. But y'all Morticious.
Yeah, because Cardi was Morticia. She killed it.
Y'all killed it.
She killed it.
Y'all killed it. They were really cute. You know who kills it every year, who is really, really big with this Halloween shit? Candy.
Yes.
Candy fucking Burris, bitch. You did that.
Wicked Witch of the West. She killed
Wicked Witch. And she turned around and fucking did Dorothy. With the fucking torn off face through the tornado, bitch. I said, come on, bitch. You better somebody go get towed up.
She killed it.
Bitch.
She killed it.
Did she? I said that was decent as shit. That was decent as shit.
It was cute how Remy Ma and Juju went as the twins from The Shining. They was the black
versions
of them.
That.
Oh, they was cute. They was real cute. They had the little dresses on. They was spooky as shit with the little contacts and they was so cute with their little push-ups on and they little knee high.
I definitely missed that.
They killed that.
Oh, I missed
that. They look real cute. You know Remy Ma is our friend.
Yeah, she definitely is my friend. I saw somebody. What was the biscuit?
The Grand Rising?
Yeah, the Grand Rising biscuit. I was screaming.
And the niggas nice name?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I thought that was so fucking funny. And you know who forever kills me? Every version of Chucky. Russell Westbrook was so ugly, funny. It made no sense. When I tell you the detail on his fucking Chucky costume, baby. I said,
y'all was digging deep in your
man. Chucky Westbrook.
But did you see the thread of people that they had? First of all, shout out, I don't know who these people were. And I wish I was sitting here looking at the post right now because let me tell y'all something. Shout out to this thread that I saw. I forgot what page it was, but they had like a big thread of like everybody who came and ate and left no crumbs. It was a living single cast.
Yes,
that was the best one. They killed that.
Was great. Yes, I saw it.
Down
it
to
was
the
like living single, a different world. It was a combination of like different like 90s.
They had Proud TV. Family on there.
Yes. That was really, really decent.
I was like, wow.
And I was like, this is so fucking dope. And why don't like black people do this
all
year?
The time? I don't know why.
Like Halloween is not just about dressing up in slutty costumes that we or shameful of wearing all year long. But like I said, it's about being creative.
There's a big creative perspective.
Big, because I'm definitely tired of seeing the sexy kitty. I'm tired of seeing any nurse's outfit.
If I see another officer.
Yeah, Mrs. Officer. I'm not going with the kitten. Catwoman is kind of even getting on my nerves only because some girls like to be cheap and do like a half kitten, half Catwoman kind of thing. And it's just really any kind of cat, whether it's a leopard, a cheetah,
the last time I was a cat, I was like 5.
I don't think I've ever been a cat.
I was so cute too.
I don't even like cats.
My mom made me a tail with like a little velvet like hanger thing. She stuffed it with cotton balls. I had on a black bodysuit with some black tights underneath, some black boots. She did my little nose. I had a little headband with the ears and all that, and she put whiskers on me. I was really cute. Don't be mad at me.
The hanger was creative, but you know what that made me think about? My little cousin was a gumball machine. Let me tell you what my cousin did though.
I can't.
She got the balloons or the plastic different plastic color balls, and all she did was put a large plastic trash bag over it, and she drew the 25-cent.
Yep.
But it was perfect.
Yes,
it was perfect.
And so it's creative. It's not costly. Because let's be clear. These Halloween looks can get a little costly.
That was good, cousin.
They can get a little costly.
Yes,
we all know that an adult costume can run you start at about $50, $60. I seen some that was a little over $100. That's a cheap one.
And that's for like maybe just like a mask and a top or a bottom or like a glove or a mask.
You ain't getting the fake blood or the teeth or the contacts or like or the knife blood, or whatever.
These bitches be going. These MUA artists be going in.
And just like this post said, honestly, Halloween is the time where the makeup artists get to shine. I feel like where they get to be their most creative and shine through.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Because between Fenty and the crayon case, I know y'all ain't paying us, but baby, them bitches be slaying with your palettes. Them bitches be slaying.
They do.
With them palettes. The bitch was the whole Grinch. The bitch became the Grinch. Who was the what's the character's name from Halloween? Like the skeleton looking guy that's like all sticks. With the 4 lashes.
I don't know.
You remember?
But somebody made their dog Edward Scissorhands and I fucking died laughing. I have to show you the picture later because it was so damn funny. I'm like, no, he won. He fucking won. He won.
No, doggy costumes are funny as shit.
They are funny.
No, you know who fucking won? And this is no shit. Listen. I know who fucking won.
Who won?
The dead nurse outfit and the dead person giving the COVID fucking test. That's who fucking won.
Yes.
That's who won.
Yes.
The costume giving the skeleton the COVID test and you got the dead nurse in there with that fucking visor on.
I hate her. Y'all really show up and show out for Halloween this year. And Rihanna killed it too. I couldn't figure out if she was being Gunna or if Gunna was being her. It was
real shit. I said the same thing.
It took me a whole day for the day after I finally figured that shit out. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. So is he being her? She was definitely being him. And let me tell you something. She killed that shit. That was creative as shit.
They were.
It's like, what made you want to be Gunna?
They definitely took people's like different poses from like different events and shit like that and just started doing it. Like my little cousin was what's her name? Not Daphne from Scooby-Doo, the other one.
Velma.
Yes.
With the jinkies, with the glasses, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She had the glasses and everything. She was so cute, and she had the little magnifying glass. Yes. It was so cute.
That's so cute.
I said, y'all really went all out, and her wig was the perfect color.
A lot of kids were Chucky this year, too. Like,
yeah,
not
I said
that
Chucky was a big
but
thing.
Chucky from Rugrats. Also, I seen
I
seen a lot of kids
that
were Chucky.
See that.
I did. I seen a lot of kids that were Chucky for Halloween, especially around the toddler age. It was
now,
babies
if I had
that
a
were
lot of
toddler.
kids, or like if
They'd
I
have
was
been
like,
Rugrats.
they'd have been the whole clan. I'd have probably put something
sense.
like that together. Like if I knew somebody, hey, listen, you get your twins over here, they gonna be feeling love. You bring your badass dude over here, she gonna be Angelica. The Doja Cat was motherfucking Cynthia.
Yes, I thought that was
Speaking of fucking Rugrats.
Yes.
That she was right on point. The blonde hair was on point.
It was.
That was so cute.
No, Cynthia was fucked
like,
up.
And I think she's like super weird on some levels, but that shit was cute.
No, she is weird. She's weird, but I mean, well within her own right. Rock out with your costume because you did good, bitch. You did.
Yeah, she's definitely creative in that aspect. Whether it's her or her team, whoever it is, they got it.
They do.
She be doing. She's right up there with a mix between like Lady Gaga and Cardi B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can get that to her.
I can agree with that, too.
Lady Gaga was fucking scary when it came to some certain shit she did. I was like...
Yeah, it was like, oh, yeah. Like when she went to the awards in the dinosaur age. It was just
that's exactly what I was thinking about. And remember that fucking... The steak
Yeah, the meat dress.
Yeah, that
the
was
raw
weird
meat.
as shit.
It was very, very weird. But nonetheless, one thing that girl got is them pipes. Because Lady Gaga be going in. She can definitely sing.
She can sing.
She puts on a motherfucking show.
Scary gal. But she can sing.
Yeah, scary.
Speaking of scary.
Chrissy.
You reminded me of fucking that. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of scary, and I was just about to ask you to get right into the next part. The top 10 scariest movies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, still to this day, the only fucking, and it's not, technically it's a movie because it was one of the first considered music movies or video movies that was put out there.
Videos, yep.
Michael Jackson's Thriller video is the only fucking movie that scared me to this day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know no movie. I'm hard with doing top 10 scary movies because they be funny to me.
Listen, you
but Michael Jackson, that when you did that, you reminded me of the on the video.
That dance scene was all that. I don't care about
all that. But you know what the scariest part about that video was? When he turned around at the end with that fucking red leather jacket and that shit used to don't do that.
Kristen, you have to grow up. That was not scary. Any horror.
At my age, that face with that laugh, though. Yes, it was.
That's a classic, though. I agree with you on that. That is definitely a fucking classic. What about how? So we already agreed. So Jeepers Creepers, me and my sisters love that.
They were just ugly.
We be correcting.
Yeah, like it wasn't scary. They were just ugly.
Cause it's just like, yo, y'all really gonna let this ugly motherfucker kill y'all? Like seriously, bitch. That fucking boomerang.
You know what they remind me of?
What?
Wrong Turn.
I was just thinking of them in my head too. I knew somebody that in real life that really looked like the monsters off of Wrong Turn. Let me tell you, they is not the fuck pleasant. And I really like be scared that if I ever get lost somewhere, that them kind of people is gonna be in the woods and they're gonna try to get me.
Like if you like lost somewhere like in the sticks,
like real remote, like you don't know where you at. Like
yeah,
there's
like
no
somewhere
signs.
like in Virginia, like in the sticks,
no
where
Wi-Fi,
nothing but ditches.
Yes, and dirt.
Yeah, ditches and dirt.
Yes,
and islands and roads.
And we ain't on that type time out here.
We ain't had.
I's a city girl. I's a city / county girl. I's a city / county girl, bitch. Don't put me in no sticks.
Well, like I said, I never really found anything scary growing up. Like it was Michael Jackson to me.
I guess top 10 scary movies would be Candyman growing up. Everybody was scared of the Candyman growing up.
Why was it the Bees?
Yeah. And then remember being in the bathroom? Everybody played the prank on you where they turn the lights out and leave you in the bathroom. They did that shit when we were
they definitely. I forgot all about that. They definitely
flush the toilets, turn the lights, flick the lights.
Say his name 3 times.
Yeah.
And I used to bitch if Candyman come in this bitch, we just gonna have to fight. Bitch, take me, you can find me.
13 Ghosts was crazy too. That was a crazy movie.
I watched it, but I definitely cannot remember the plot.
It wasn't scary, but it's crazy. That 13 Ghosts, like they all had a story of how they got trapped in the jungle.
You're very tricking my memory.
Yes, I'm very, very interesting.
Yes. Like, see, even stuff like Addams Family, like we talked about, that was supposed to be scary. Like, Cousin It, and that was supposed to be scary.
Yeah, that was not
when
scary.
we were kids. It was not.
No,
Chucky was not scary.
No.
Freddy was my man. What? Jason.
Yeah, Freddy, classic. Nightmare on Elm, that's a classic. Those are the
funny.
top movies.
They're classic Halloween movies. I don't necessarily think that they're scary Halloween movies. I think
so. Let's come to the newer shit,
classics.
Although it's not scary to me either, I think
it ain't nothing that came out in the last 20 years that was fucking scary. I don't care what nobody say.
I like what movies that I like that was wasn't scary. No, that was more of a thriller.
And this was a thriller, and I'm like, and that little bitch was motherfucking bad. Bitch, remember Orphan?
Yes. Ooh, girl,
stop. Was that a burp at the same time?
No, it wasn't a burp. I just lost my breath for some reason. I don't know why.
Beyonce, can you keep up?
Yes.
Over here losing your breath.
Orphan was definitely different. Like
that little wench was crazy. She
really,
was a little person.
I ain't gonna lie. At that year, if you was thinking about adopting, right?
Nobody wanted to adopt for like
nobody wanted to adopt after that. I feel cause no shade to nobody in that predicament, because I think that's an excellent thing.
Absolutely.
But
that shit had niggas scared.
Like it's like, all right, you trying to help somebody to fuck out. Next thing you know, this bitch off in the whole family. Like, hold the fuck up.
I'm trying to get your man.
Girl.
That bitch said, I take your man whenever I feel like it.
And slice you like
get that bitch. I can see that little bitch on the record now. I'll take your man whenever I feel like that. Come down the hall and I'll slice your dick.
Yo, it was the video with Jason going, to the beat for me. That video was so funny. He was like,
those fucking TikToks with these serial killers.
Listen.
Kill me, okay? Chucky was killing that shit. I don't care what nobody say.
Definitely was.
So, I mean, I think we could definitely agree to disagree that
movies haven't been scary.
Movies haven't been scary. They've
but
been
you just watch them because they're classics.
Yeah, because I definitely do try to watch
Scream,
the entire
like Scream.
series.
The older
that was a little shooketh, or like
it was like because you didn't know who was going to be next.
Yeah,
and I heard they're coming out with a new one in January too. Just to let you know.
A new Scream.
Yes, it's in January, I believe.
Like the nigga that knew what you did last summer.
That part. The same way they did a new Saw, but I didn't watch that. I was kind of eerie about
a new Saw?
Chris Rock being in it.
Yeah, I thought that was old. Wasn't it another version that he was already in as the cop?
I have no idea.
I'm like, is that actually new, or did they just like just promote what was already out there?
Know. I didn't watch it, so I didn't know. But yeah,
I feel like I saw that already.
True. You could have. Maybe you did. But anymore.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
So one thing that stuck out to me, moving right along, was, everybody was going crazy over the boy Elon and what he had proposed.
The boy Elon.
Yeah, the boy Elon. Like, he listen, I cut y'all the check for the $6 billion, but y'all got to give me the deets. Mm-hmm. It needs to be publicly accessible. We need to see how everything's being allocated, and it needs to be detailed. But honestly, for me personally, and I was saying this on the morning show this morning with Kravitz and them, shout out CME, that, I feel like even if he was to do that, it wouldn't, totally wipe world hunger out for all forever. It would really literally be just a temporary thing. Let's not forget, there's babies being born every day. There's a whole, but like you're never going to get out of that situation because there's always going to be, those downfalls or those pitfalls or those negatives, whatever like that. There's still going to be poverty because of the way everything goes. Even if people don't have anything to eat right now, it's just like, what's next after that? That's what I'm saying. Because there's so many people who are in that position where they need the help.
I do feel like, Elon, I want to thank you because I do feel like it was appropriate for making that offer. But I do feel like there should have also been some sort of strategist behind him. I feel like he thinks like, listen, this is my solution. My solution is giving y'all something towards it. Mm-hmm. Now y'all just got to make do with it. But I do feel like that $6 billion is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Now let's be clear, like you just said, with babies being born every day, people also dying every day. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if the funds are properly allocated and it's a proper strategy behind how we can fulfill the supplement of satisfying those who are currently hungry.
And how can we maximize on that $6 billion?
How can we maximize on this no longer happening again? Right. It's not just about, like you said, feeding those who are hungry now. It's about making sure nobody else goes hungry again.
That's what I'm saying, right? Exactly.
So you can't just... I feel like it should be split. And again, all of that literally requires strategy. It has to be a strategy behind it. You can't just say, all right, well, we know we got 5 million hungry people right now, so let's just go ahead and try to feed it. No, you have to have a plan in place.
You do.
It's like literally building the business from the ground up. Mm-hmm. You have to have something in place.
And sorry, I'm honestly not to be picky and not to be saying like that, because I think it's within human right to have access to good food that is nutritious for you, that keeps you moving and grooving, whatever you want to call it. We should have access to all that shit. Like, if I want to go get a cheesesteak, I should be able to do that. But if I also want a nice, really good salmon Caesar salad, I should be able to get that also. It shouldn't cost double because I want a salmon Caesar salad. It shouldn't cost me $18. And then when I want to go get something greasy and crazy, that's a little $9-8 or some shit like that. Or if you got like a value menu, like, people should have access to healthy foods, fresh fruits and vegetables and produce and shit like that, so they can make their own meals at home. Because ultimately speaking, you want people be able to sustain their household and going out to eat. Not saying that we shouldn't support these businesses, but let's keep it a bean here. These kids need food that's gonna help them get through school. I think about everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So not only that, how can we get the school lunch to be better? All types of shit. I'm just going all over the place. But Elon, shout out to you for even proposing that. Mm-hmm. But like Chrissy said, I think I really can agree with that point that you made about like him needing a strategist or somebody just to put into perspective where they need to start. Because let me tell you something, these people that's running this country don't give a fuck about who's hungry. And if they can drop that $6 billion off the air mark and say, here you go. That's the same motherfuckers that feed the How you got the same people that's feeding prisons feeding the schools too? Not saying that they're any less human than kids are, but kids need a certain amount of shit to get through the day also. You know what I'm saying? So they can grow up
y'all giving
and make their own decisions.
It's such a big ball of lies and confusion because it is, because they fuck me up because we pay our taxes for, and everybody, let's be clear. If y'all knew how much, anybody who's out there listening to this episode, go ahead and look up just in the state that you live in, how much it costs for you to fund an inmate every single day. How much it costs to fund one single inmate every single day. And that's just a normal inmate between a regular age range. Once they hit a certain point of elderly, that comes in, that's a whole nother ball game of funding that goes into consideration. If they're sick,
and that's a whole and last time I checked, it was like somewhere around like the average American salary, then this was years ago.
Yep.
And I'm just thinking to myself now, and they don't even live good, in regular, the feds is a little different. Like, they get a little, And
y'all try to say, well, oh, they ain't shit, so they only deserve the bottom, but we pay our taxes, so they should get good shit. Well, which one is it? But also,
I'm with the latter. I'm with the latter. If I'm going to pay taxes, at least make sure that they good.
For our kids, who we supposed to be thinking about first and protecting first.
Yeah, if I'm gonna pay taxes, what is all this tax for? Y'all taking all this money, so what are y'all taxing the tax, keeping some for yourself, and then just giving the bare minimum over to help keep?
That's right. That's damn
exactly
what they doing.
Absolutely. So fuck you.
So fuck y'all.
Anyway, now that we got the fuck you out the way.
Yeah, so now that we got the fuck yous and the what's going on out the way, let's jump into some cool shit. Let's go into the next segment.
So, we told y'all that we would have a new place. As you can see, we are not where we used to be.
We are not where we used to be.
We done came down to RECPhilly.
Shout out to you guys for having us and letting us be a part of the family. That was a little rough copy of the little record, but we got it.
On a serious note, we're so glad to be here, though. Anyway, so this has been a good transition. I feel like everybody here has been very helpful. They've been giving us so much insight. They've been supportive.
That's bitch, because it was
all that. A girl, self-taught 2 times. So what are some ways that, you find yourself, not even just a situation like this, but anywhere, like if you're in a new, in a new space, like if you're in a new job, if you're in a new neighborhood, or if you're in a new, I don't know, maybe you used to ride motorcycles with these people and now you're in a new bike club. Like, I don't know. Maybe,
it's the bike club for me.
Maybe you're in a new social club. Who knows? So what are some ways that, you break the ice with people, like, even if you're,
Well, shit, I'm not going to even lie. In a more corporate aspect, I typically hate icebreakers. It's a catch-22. Let me start there. For me, icebreakers are a catch-22. Because I'm more so of a person who I like to sit back quietly and observe things so I can kind of figure things out, see what's going on without me saying anything, so I can kind of get things and people for their natural element, naturally who they are, without, inserting myself into the situation or the picture. I want to see naturally how you are before I even come. But like I said, more so like from like a corporate aspect, like when you first get into a new job, let's say if you're the new person at the job, I hate icebreakers, but then again, I like them because, again, it allows me to sit back, observe, and get to know people from a different perspective without even saying anything.
Absolutely. You're right about that.
Outside of that, and I'm more so of the social, recreational, or anything like outside of work that I have to more so directly engage myself, it's just like, I guess, again, depending on what it is, it might be easy. Because if it's something that I need on a personal level, like, and I know I got to get this shit done, oh, bitch, I don't give a fuck I'm breaking the ice first because I got to get shit done. Because that's just how I feel about it. I feel like it's like trying to finalize a deal, maybe like a new house or something like that you know 5 other people going for it. Like, you got to step up. Like, you got to step up and get knocked out the way. And stick out. So that's kind of the way that I think about it. So like I said, for me, it's a little bit different when I'm approaching it, maybe from a corporate aspect versus a non-corporate aspect. But from both ways, I definitely like to go into it seeing how can I observe as much as I can as possible before I'm just adding me and all of what I bring to the table. Situation.
Absolutely. I think that's a good way to look at it. Me too. For the most part, I do not enjoy icebreakers. I do not like to be the center of attention. I do not like, I have confidence when I speak out. I know how to answer questions and talk in front of people. I know how to work a room. But, like, I don't know. I feel like if it's not a natural icebreaker, how can I say, like, put it this way, like, structured icebreakers can either be yes all the way or just a flat out no for me. It depends on the room that I'm in, I feel like, because there have been corporate settings where they've had more of the quote-unquote unconventional icebreakers that they've used. They might ask you some different questions, like, you know what, off the record, what's your favorite, one of these. What's your favorite drink or whatever like that? Something like that. You know, not saying that they want to use that.
And that's a group or an
individual thing.
Yeah, because it more so in a group aspect we call them icebreakers, but as an individual aspect we more so call them conversation starters.
Conversation starters, yeah, right, exactly, right.
Because I heard my bosses ask me that plenty. Like, oh, what you like to drink, girl? Whiskey.
Yeah, okay, whiskey 2 times for the whiskey. Whiskey women.
My bad, friend. I cut you up. I was just thinking about that.
No, you good. No, so yeah, I don't know. Icebreakers for me, it depends on the situation. So for me, like if I'm in a new space and I want to get to know, I'll ask questions, but I really do like to sit back and observe and see what's going on before I ask any questions. Because sometimes if you listen first, you'll figure out what you need to do, especially if it's somewhere you're supposed to, get to, you're going to be at for a while, and you got to get to know the people, you got to get to know the area, stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's different for different settings, though. Definitely, I think corporate really has its own type of wave, and then you have other places like with a more of a social aspect. Like, how do you approach different people? Listen, conversation starters, like she said, like I might go up to somebody one-on-one, or like there's been plenty of times like people will come up to me and I said this to somebody the other day while I was away on vacation. I was like, yo, like it seemed like so many people were like just like and somebody I was with was just like, yo, like why is everybody like talking to you like freely like that? And I think it your energy speaks for you. So people feel more comfortable approaching you if you're an approachable, quote unquote. If you seem approachable, they'll say something to you. Or sometimes people, not even that.
You the approachable because that is not me.
No, but there are some people who feel like I am not.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So I think that it depends on, and it might be you may in general not be a approachable person. Yeah, but because of the atmosphere you're in and because of what you're talking about or what you're doing, somebody might ask you something and you might find it like damn. And you even have people who is like, wow, I met this person. I have no idea how we became friends. Like we just clicked. And it's like, what was that conversation that we had? Yeah. What was the conversation starter? How did we break the ice? Because you ever been cool with somebody that somebody's like, well, they never talk to me. Listen, like, how did you become cool with this person? They never talk. Like they're always like just so reserved. Yeah. I get that a lot about certain social aspects. So yeah, I can see that. Okay. So asking questions, kind of like sometimes you do have to. And I'm not really big on this because of the city that we come from. Philly ain't really like that. Like.
Yeah, we are the city of brotherly love, but no, we ain't.
We are the city of brotherly thugs.
There it is.
Who told them to love?
Because I'm a thug.
I'm hoping and praying and wishing and what are you saying? What can I say? I hope. How can I express? I hope that we can get to the more love part, but unfortunately, it's the thugs. Like people aren't really approachable. You have to be very careful about how you say things to people, and how you carry yourself, your demeanor, and things like that. But that's anywhere. But this city is a little different. So you gotta really just take it one step at a time. You just do. And do what you need. Do what you do best.
I agree because, like I said, even when it comes to meeting new people, I'm a person that, of course, when I know somebody, I'm familiar with them, I have a relationship with them, I have a rapport with them. I will ask you a question if I want to know the answer. Okay, but of course, if you're newer to a situation, you have a little bit more of a be easy approach when it comes to getting the information that you need to know because, of course, you're new. People don't know you. You don't know them.
Yeah.
And more of and I talk about this all the time, being self-aware. I already know that for individuals who do not know me, I can come off very harsh. I can be very much so unapproachable. I do have RBF, a.k.a. resting bitch face.
We all suffer from that.
When not knowing this about myself, going into a new situation or a fresh situation where I know I have to be, engaging with others and I know I need to be more open or more social, I know I do need to be more, how can I say this? I just need to have icebreakers in my back pocket, pretty much. When it comes to situations like that for individuals that I don't know and people that don't know me. And for me, like you said, a lot of this comes from the city that we come from. I'm not a Joe bitch. And anybody who's not from Philadelphia, like when we say Joe, we mean like super friendly with motherfuckers and being really, really super catty and keying with motherfuckers that we have nothing in common with or don't know or just being, I was about to say being Joe again while I'm trying to describe the shit, right?
It's like using John to say John. Like John and Joe are two of the
kind of synonymous a little bit. Like, you don't want to be like overly dicky. That's more of a universal term.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
That we'll hear for being Joe. So being Joe is also can be synonymously identified as dicky. Because it's other states and cities that use that term. So because I'm not a Joe bitch, a lot of the times it's hard for me, to engage in icebreakers and situations. Because it's just like, ain't nobody going, I'm not the Joe.
And it's not even that I'm like,
but in certain situations and aspects, I'm sorry, you're right, you got to get shit done.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. And I didn't mean to cut you off. I just was simply saying that, just want to make a statement. The bare bones of that for me is, I just summed up everything in my head. Like, it's not even that, like, I got it down. It's not even that I'm being rude or nothing like that. It's just that, like, I feel like I don't owe every bitch a conversation. Like, that's just what it is. It's not even me being rude. I don't feel like I owe everybody a conversation. You know what I mean?
But that's like that cordial thing that we talked about before. Oh, yeah, that. Like, I don't owe everybody a conversation just because I walk into a room doesn't mean I have to have a conversation with you. I can speak or not speak and treat you like a fly on the wall and ignore you, and it cannot be beef, and we can be at peace, and everybody in the room can still get along, and we can have a great night.
And nobody will ever notice.
So, like you said, I don't owe everybody a conversation, and that's not even every bitch. That's every guy, gal, whoever. Everybody doesn't deserve my time or my space, and I feel like everybody should know who deserves their time and or their space. Mm-hmm. You should know that. I should know that about myself. You should know that about yourself.